Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this Temmie Ovwasa. Yes, I was always pronouncing the name wrong. It's Temmie Ovwasa. So that's Ovwese, Temmie Ovwasa. So if this is what you've been interested in, because I have to be honest with you, her story is not very funny. Her story is very pathetic. Her story is very, very let's just say emotional. Yeah, sometimes people may be like, what if the person is not saying the truth or all that? But at the end of the day, when someone has a trauma that has lived with them for a very long time and they decide to open up, then you know that there is something that is actually wrong and they just want to free their minds and move on with their lives. So if this is what you'll be interested in, let us hit the intro. Welcome back to my channel. As you already know, this is Light Talks with Lisa. If you're a light, keep it up. If you're not a light yet, what are you doing? Go subscribe to this channel to receive more stories and also, you know, talks and all that. So today I'll be sharing with you Temmie Ovwasa's story. Like I said before in the intro, her story is very pathetic, it's very emotional. A lot of things actually went wrong. I would say, you know, if you watch this previous video, I'm going to leave above on the screen for you. You will see where I talked about a woman who was complaining that her daughter was being abused by the father, that's the stepfather. And you know, all these stories here are all brought out for you to know that a lot of things are happening and for us to actually open our eyes to see that the person we may be sleeping next to sometimes is actually somebody else. Sometimes the person that we may feel that is good enough for us may not even be the best for us. But at the end of the day, we should always ask ourselves, this partner I'm going for, is this partner worth my children's, you know, my children's life, my children's happiness? That's for those who are single mothers who are getting married again. Even those who are single ladies who are getting married. At the end of the day, God forbid something happens and the man dies and then you remarry. So what next? Or even some fathers do it to their own children. Now, I read Temmie Ovwasa's story and I must tell you, no sane human being, because I know she's sane, no sane human being will come out and disgrace their family in public except they have been hurt to the bone marrow. Now, if you remember what I said in the previous videos, that's the last two videos before, I said something about the fact that she said or she mentioned that her father, you know, would grab her and whatever may have been done to her by him, he will write it down inside a book. That man wasn't sane at all. If everything that she has said is true, which I actually believe is true, because her mother replied her by saying, I'm sorry I didn't listen to what you said before. I should have listened to you and all that. Now I believe maybe the punishment for me is this or that. You will still see it I will still drop slides as always. But I'm like, must something go so far or go too far before you actually realize your mistake? For goodness sake, a young girl's life has been tarnished. A young girl's image of a perfect life has actually been tarnished, has been destroyed. A lot of parents need to take note. I know that there was actually a case of a story where a woman talked about the fact that her children lied to her about their father abusing them. And when she took them back to Canada, the children finally confessed that the father didn't do anything to them. So, apart from instances like that, yeah, I know we are in Africa where any woman wants to hide under the shadows of her husband, even at the detriment of her children. Really? Wow. Children that you gave birth to. Like, what is this world turning into? Her stepsister is calling her, telling her that you shouldn't have said this thing now. You know, in case the father may have heart attack or something. But like, the way I see it, if you listen to her songs, you will know she doesn't care. She doesn't care at all. I think I'm going to drop a picture of her right now so that you can actually know who she is. You know, I think she's an LGBTQ person. If you know what that is, you understand that, you know, they are into the queer group where everything is like same sex kind of relationship. And I'm like, wow. I don't really know what to say. In fact, to be honest with you, I always have something to say, but when I read her story, I was like, no sane human being, like I said before, will come out and talk about their family if they are not hurting badly. We need to do better. The society of protecting men and women who are monsters should stop. It should stop. These children will grow up and mix with our own children tomorrow. And then tomorrow you will say, oh, they were not trained well. What did you do when you saw them growing that way? When they came to you and talked to you and told you that, oh, auntie, uncle, my father did this to me, my mother did that to me. What measures did you take? In as much as we know that the children in this world are trained first in the family, which is the unit of life, we, the society, have our own roles to play. How do you caution people who are doing wrong to their children? Now, when I say wrong, I'm not talking about correcting them, but in the other aspects of making them feel less of a human being, how are you taking charge of it? We all think that it's all about having children. I always say that if you would have children and you won't take care of them, don't bother having at all. It's not a do or die affair. Don't bring people into this world and then leave them to suffer. They are your full responsibility, even as married people. In as much as you may not want to put your mouth or your consent, too much consent into their marriage life or anything. Imagine if your child comes home, oh, mom, my husband did this to me. Oh, your son comes home, oh, mom, my wife did this to me. They are still your children. They are calling you mom, they are calling you dad. For goodness sake, this era of abusing these young ones should stop. These young ones are human beings. They will still grow up to become adults, for goodness sake. Well, I'm really getting emotional about it, so I don't really want to talk too much about it. I'm going to drop the slides for you all. May God have mercy on us all. A lot is going on in this country that needs to be touchlighted. Well, I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I love you as always. Bye.